Alright guys, for today's game, we are going to be playing the new Conqueror GAREN top lane for Season 10. As you can tell by the nice little alcoves we got here. We're playing against an Ornn top. Ornn actually has really good early game, just in general. Assuming he starts W. If he starts Q, we can go aggressive. But his W actually does really good base damage. I think it does like 25% HP damage level 1 if he gets the full W plus brittle proc. On top of that, he has Grasp, which has really strong early game damage. I'm just gonna start my E and get a big trade on him. So my E shredded his armor there, and because of the Conqueror damage, oh my gosh, it does so much damage. So like, yeah, if I get a full spin proc, I'll trade him from the looks of it. Although he does have Ignite, FTP, so gotta be a little bit careful there too. Ow. Okay, I've got regen though with my passive. Plus I got Doran Shield. It ward here a little bit early, just in case Vi takes a trip up top lane a little bit early. Let me get a second point in my spin here. Actually, I'll get a point in W.
Executed.
Just spinning through for the cannon. So we've got some good trades into the Ornn early, but yeah, we do have to respect the fact he has Ignite pressure. We could back in TP right now, but I think if we just chill in lane, collect this farm,
protect our land,
and just like keep him in lane until we have enough gold to actually have item advantage along with the health advantage we get from TP. I think it'd be ideal. Yeah, Ornn damage early on is pretty nuts. Nice. Able to queue for the chaos. Don't mind if I do. Okay, the fact that you got behind while having Ignite is really good for me. It's not after 5 minutes yet, so going for a play actually wouldn't do anything. What I'm gonna get here, let's see. They've got some magic damage. Oh, they got the new Senna, that's true. Let's see. Let's go for this. So let me explain my reasoning for these items here. So the one dagger that I'm getting towards my Stinger, I will be building Trinity Force for this game. So the one dagger is going to give me one extra spin on my Judgment. Longsword, just for the attack damage to amplify the damage from each spin. Plus, I have the Mantle for the magic resist, just to counteract a little bit of his burst as well, along with my W. My Kiana's in position again for another gank. I think he's got... Oh! Okay, the flash. I'll just shove in. I got level 6 soon. Okay, he has to tank, I think. Oh, there's shield. Oh, rip. Oh well, I'm gonna say worth. We dove, made him lose a lot of minions. Plus we're getting multiple plates here. Good play from a jungler. They did get a mountain, which does give them extra armor and magic resist, especially in Orin. That could be pretty bad. But I'm gonna say worth. So with the new Conqueror, if you guys haven't seen the new Conqueror stats, so I kind of said that, you know, this is new Conqueror Season 10, but I didn't exactly go straight into it, right? So new Conqueror for Season 10 will not have true damage, which can kind of suck in tanky matchups because we will lose on the true damage. However, for early game damage, I mean, you saw that first spin trade I had on the Orin. We're going to have a lot more attack damage early, and we get way more healing, which will be good for later game fights. So let's go and get this. Just buy the Fallout Stinger to give us another spin, plus a little bit of HP from the Ruby Crystal. Just trying to get as many spins as possible is going to be really good for us. Just to kind of stack our damage on a single trade. If we can start beating them in short trades, we can all in before he can, just because we have an execute.
What we do is right. Bring the rain.
I can shove in too with the extra spin. I'll just use my W for his brittle proc. Use my Q there to stop the slow from his Q. And wow, we actually exited that trade taking only a little bit of damage. And we basically got his whole HP bar. So I'm going to place a pink so I can continue being aggressive. Just W'd right before his brittle proc. That way I can negate the majority of his damage. We can set up another dive with Kiana. Just wait for the next minion wave. Looks like Kiana's just going to deal a Duke Romp. Aggro got out, that was perfect. Now, quick dive. Garen actually does so much damage. Ooh, that's Senna ulti. Yeah, Senna ulti, if you guys don't know, is global. And that center line that you saw there does damage, and everything to the side of that center line will actually shield allies. It's kind of cool. Okay. I saw the timing for a Q, so I was able to just flash it. Alright. Yeah, Senna ult is global. And basically the way it casts is like basically instantaneous. It's pretty good. It's definitely really fun ability to use. Oh, he's just dead. My jungler's OP. Alright, let's check out the Conqueror damage so far. Looks like it's added... Wait, so right there, what we're seeing is it's done 350 healing. But it's not showing like the total damage dealt as a result. So at level 10, we're gaining 22 attack damage at 10 stacks. Pretty good. Plus we get 15% healing, which is kind of like a Death Dance, right? Or Gunblade. Good job, Cobra. Let's push out mid. Oh, she got blasted. You wasn't thinking about it? Yeah, I mean that Senna ult is basically instant. Looks like this guy is going lethality on Senna. Oh man, Infernal actually shakes the screen. I was waiting to here to see if Vi comes towards the upside. Doesn't look like she is. Oh wait, now she comes? Oh. Okay. Looks like my Countess got her. Ornn is bot for some reason. So I'm just gonna push out top. Maybe he didn't think he can come back top with the way pushing up. Yeah, the weather changes are pretty cool for season 10. Shut this in.
Turret plating will fall soon. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Alright, me back. So I don't even have boots yet. Probably just go tab users to team. Just the Lucian that's fine. Probably just build into Sterix. Second item, probably is best.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Is there an option to disable visual changes? I'm actually not sure. Would be in video. Enable screen shake? Well, you can stop the screen shaking for when the dragon comes. I don't think you can though. I don't see anything at least. I mean, that dragon is very cool. I like that pit. I may push out bottom, get bottom turrets. Oh yeah, Kisley, did you see these brush? Like the new brush on both sides, pretty cool. And like the dragon will actually terraform the map too. Like depending on the dragon, that is the third dragon.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
And the damage to turrets that you deal with Garen on the side lane with Trinity Force is actually really substantial. Just because Q is an auto attack reset that also amplifies his damage against turrets along with the Trinity Force procs. Like Garen just becomes a beast. Like I'm getting the 30 bonus armor and magic resist from W2, so I can just focus on building health. I feel like Garen is broken. He still has this, like some similar issues as before. Oh my gosh, 779 demolish damage. That's pretty strong. Still has similar issues before, like he can get kited. And against champions with superior all-in, say like a Jax or Trinmere or something, like he can still fall pretty far behind.
Your turret
Finish sure. I probably didn't even need a flash on the Ornn, but I did anyways, just in case. Didn't want him getting away. Alright, so let's get the third dragon. They got the first 2 dragons. If they get 4 dragons, they get Dragon Soul.
Has been slain.
Dragon Soul base. He's literally ulting. Basically, melee rage, just get over. Hey, my damage is nuts. I'm pretty fed though. You also saw that fed Lucian basically not deal damage to me either. Like my W damage reduction plus the armor from my tabbies plus my W is pretty nuts. Okay, I think we're gonna build an Infinity Edge. Get some good damage. With the BF sword, we can also build GA if we want to. What do you think was going to happen with that flash? Oh, was she trying to flash after she W'd to cut away? The thing about Senna's W is that it has a second delay. I waited to use my silence till the end of Morgana route. That way that my silence could stay on after Morgana route ended so that Echo couldn't ulti. Can I solo Baron? No. My E doesn't apply on hit. It used to on previous PvE patches, but they took it out when they made it live. I'm so close to Infinity Edge. I'm just gonna get this scuttle to get it. Cancel mana, rip. So if you guys didn't know already, I mean, this has always been part of Garen's spin, but Garen's spin's damage can actually crit. So if you read down below, if you press shift for more info, you can see how much it's going to critically strike for. So essentially on a single target, like the closest target towards me, I'm going to be critting for each spin 300 damage 16 times. I think, if I'm reading that correctly.
Shut down.
Oh wait, no, it's 10 times is how much I'm spinning right now, actually. So 300 damage 10 times. So I basically deal, assuming I crit every spin, which, I mean, could technically happen, I could deal 3,000 damage with a single spin, which is kind of gross. Alright, again, that's before you even consider Conqueror. And that's just the spin itself, so obviously we're not considering, like, Trinity Force and all that. So Garen can actually do so much damage, and I'm relatively tanky, just because of my W damage reduction when I use it, and the just flat armor and magic resist it gives me. And the fact that I can build something like Trinity Sterix and build a lot of HP, like the Bruce Dragons build a lot of HP, that also give me a lot of damage. Man, I can fight him, I think. I shred his armor with my E. Okay. I mean, they really got to come after me like that and set the perfect Kiana triple. I'm say worth. You know what? They got my 1K shutdown, but we got a triple for my Kiana there. I should have used my like if I want to actually get away, I could have used my W to give me tenacity on the send a W. You saw that circle around me there? I could have W right before I activated because it takes 1 second to activate. Give me a tenacity so I'm not snared for as long. I want to save my W for the actual damage reduction for when I committed. Just because I want to set up the Kiana as much as possible. And honestly, I thought I might be able to 1v3 that. Looks like the bike quit.